Are you a fan of bold and spicy flavors? Then you're in luck, because today we're making one of our absolute favorite dishes, Mapo Tofu. Welcome to Berry Life, bringing you easy and delicious vegan and vegetarian recipes from around the world. For this recipe, we'll need 1 block of medium firm tofu. You can also use soft tofu if you can't find the medium firm. Typically, this recipe is made with pork. Because we're making it vegan, we're going to use shiitake mushrooms. We'll need about 100 grams or 4 to 6 caps. We'll also need a tablespoon of chili bean paste called tobanjian, made with broad beans. We'll also need 1 tablespoon of black bean sauce. You can get one with or without garlic. Both of these sauces contain salt, so we won't be adding any additional. Next, we'll need a tablespoon of the Sichuan peppercorns. These peppercorns come from the Sichuan province in China and offer the signature spicy and mouth-numbing effect of this recipe. They can be added to recipes as whole, ground, or infused into an oil. Mapo tofu just isn't complete without them. We'll also need 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 3 tablespoons of grated ginger, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch for a slurry, 3 tablespoons of neutral oil, and lastly, 3/4 cup of water. If you're new to this channel, glad you could join us. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of foodies. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, be sure to share it with your friends and family to spread the love. By doing so, you'll be helping to support this channel. And click the bell icon for future upload notifications. We upload recipes every week and you don't want to miss out. Alright, let's prep it up. Starting with the mushrooms. We'll wipe the mushrooms with a damp paper towel to remove any dirt. You can also run them under water and then dry them if there is a lot more dirt. Then we'll remove the stem, but don't throw the stem away. You can use it to make a vegetable stock. Now we'll do the same with the rest. These stems have a lot of flavor. It'd be a shame to waste them. #save the stems. Now we'll finely chop the mushrooms. First, we'll thinly slice them in one direction and then cross-cut them into tiny pieces. Keep in mind you're looking to simulate the crumbles of ground pork. That looks good. Now we'll set it aside and work through the rest. What did the girl mushroom say to the boy mushroom? You're a fun guy. There you go. That's the last of them. Now we can move on to the tofu. You want to cut the tofu into small cubes. You can achieve this many different ways. We'll start by slicing down the middle. Because this recipe calls for medium firm or soft tofu, you just want to be careful the tofu doesn't break apart. So we recommend using a sharp knife and being gentle when lifting or moving the tofu. We like to use the side of the knife, but you can also use a bench scraper. Fun fact, Benjamin Franklin introduced the tofu to the US. This looks good. We're looking for about 1-inch cubes. Now over a gentle heat, we'll toast the Schezwan peppercorns until fragrant. Toasting them slightly brings out their essential oils, which boost the flavor of these peppercorns so you get more bang for your buck. And it makes it easier to grind them into a powder. Now it's time to get medieval on these peppercorns with our mortar and pestle. If you're thinking, isn't that a freakishly tiny mortar and pestle? You're absolutely right. We found this beauty in our local Indian grocery store, and our lives haven't been the same since. There you go, freshly ground Schezwan peppercorn. A little goes a long way. Since we're using medium firm tofu, we're going to boil the tofu for about 60 seconds. If you're using soft tofu, you can skip this step. Boiling the tofu helps it firm up a little bit, so it doesn't crumble and fall apart in the wok, and creates a silky mouthfeel, similar to silken or soft tofu. After boiling, the tofu should have a smooth surface and a slight jiggle. With all ingredients prepared, now we're ready to cook. Heat the wok over medium-low heat and add the oil. Once the oil is hot, add the shiitake mushrooms and saute them until they're golden brown. This may take a few minutes depending on the amount of water they contain. You want to keep stirring every once in a while to avoid burning. These look to be done. Now we'll go ahead and add the ginger and garlic and saute for about 30 to 60 seconds. We want the oil to be infused with all of these flavors, and we're going to layer the flavors one by one. Next, we'll add 3/4 of our ground Szechuan peppercorns. We'll save the rest to sprinkle on the final product as garnish. These peppercorns will infuse the oil with that distinct mouth-numbing spice. Next, we'll add a tablespoon of tobanjian and a tablespoon of the black bean sauce. We'll stir and cook this until fully incorporated. Should only take about 30 seconds. This looks great. Love the way the oil takes on the color from the tobanjian. Now we'll add the water to bring all the ingredients together and create a sauce. We'll stir to mix all the ingredients, scrape the bottom of any sticky bits, and bring it to a boil. Now that the sauce is boiling, we'll want to add the cornstarch slurry to help it thicken up a little bit. 1 part cornstarch to 1 part cold water. This slurry is very commonly used in Chinese cuisine to thicken soups or sauces. It doesn't take long for the cornstarch slurry to work its magic. What do you call a superhero made of cornstarch? Captain Thickening. This looks good. With the sauce ready, now we'll go ahead and gently add the tofu. Because the tofu is delicate, we want to use a folding motion instead of stirring motion to combine everything, and coat the tofu with the sauce. Now we can turn off the heat and hit it with a little bit of scallions. There you have it, Mapo Tofu. Go ahead, ring the bell because dinner is served. Be sure to check out the description below for the full recipe. Now we'll gently transfer the tofu to our serving bowl and hit it with more of that ground Szechuan peppercorn. This elevates the dish to another level with its aroma. And we'll top it with a little bit more scallions, which technically counts as a serving of vegetable. This recipe is just so enticing with its aroma and colors. Is your mouth watering yet? Let's dig in. We like to keep it simple, so we'll just spoon it over a bowl of steamed rice. And for those daredevils in the crowd, the coup de grace, a drizzle of our insanely spicy homemade chili oil, made with Szechuan chili peppers. There you have it, Mapo Tofu, a staple of Sichuan China in the comfort of your own home. Oh man, the spice hits you instantly. It's like there's a party in my mouth, but I can't tell because it's starting to go numb. The tofu is perfectly tender and silky smooth. Hope you enjoyed this recipe. Be sure to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to help support this channel. And remember to hit that bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more great recipes. Thank you for watching and enjoy!